Alright, guys, feeling here. Decided to do one more.
As Lamar's.
So, yeah, still listen to RCP.
I don't think we
Let's go.
actually got the whole nail.
Might as well
off.
go
I
to
think
the end of the
it's, like,
podcast. There's 34
dying
minutes left.
upset.
So.
Yeah, boy. Stressful.
That'll make his ex want to take it back. Right there.
Yeah, but we will never forget that, no matter what happens tonight. Karen, we got the Lamar vote tonight.
We did. Thank God.
Mm-hmm. We got something.
We did. Thank Lamar.
Yeah. I think it has a lot of potential. I think it could be a meme. This is me trying to decide what to order for lunch.
I think it's too long.
Well, that's part of what made it so good, though, is that it's so ambiguous. Like, what is he doing? Like, because I had the same thought at the same time as Julie. I was like, wait, can he not hear her? Does he think he's waiting?
I hear you. Yeah. Now, we found out this week, I guess Lamar did not know that the diary rooms were part of the television show. He was under the impression that they were just like counseling sessions. Does he not know that this is part of the TV show when you go in the booth?
Well, that's why Julie properly explained. You realize this is on TV, right? This is live.
He said yes.
On television. I think we have to cut Lamar some slack, though. They're called diary rooms. Diaries are private, right?
That's fair.
That's a logical connection.
I was pushing the thing. Oh, wait, it's the fucking X button, isn't it? God damn it.
Privacy that you're airing my diary rooms?
What?
Mom!
Wait, that's why you were saying it.
Ah, fuck, I missed on
You
that.
think they could understand those for sure, because at the beginning they were calling it confessionals and go do my confessional and have you done your confessionals. So I think that he would have understood the confessional aspect being on a reality show for, however long he was on them, and like where he had to have confessionals. So I think he gets it, but I think that he was choosing not to.
Yeah, they were calling them interviews. They're
Yeah,
I'm not going to do my interviews.
You're right. I'm wrong. You're right. They were saying that they got me confessionals. I'm saying, well, yeah, it's a confession. That makes sense. But yes, you're right.
Okay. All right.
Fuck.
Todrick comes in and he's really gloating in the diary room. He wants to vote twice. I'm not going to play any clips from this. Taryn, you better not either.
I have no Todrick clips. I don't think I have any Todrick clips at all, actually.
Yeah. He he was elated to vote.
And he was happy to tell us the story. Just so everyone knows, it's because I was super loyal to her and she betrayed me. That is what happened, despite the fact that I was just in the diary room a couple episodes ago telling you that I was exaggerating a lot.
Yeah. Okay. So my vote of 4-0. Shayna, you are evicted from the house. She makes a beeline to the door.
Don't worry, Todrick. I'll get the jury to vote against you.
Doesn't even need to.
That'll be the easiest chore she's ever had.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, at this point, do we know if Chris McCann is on the jury?
He is not.
He's not.
He's not on the jury. Okay.
He's picking down the street from me with his girlfriend.
Okay. So the jury is what? Going to be Teddy, Mariah, Chris, Shayna. That's it.
So far.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe America if they're replacing Catan, right?
Would we need to? How many people would be on the jury? 8 then?
Yeah. It would be 8, yes. There theoretically could be a tie if there's no replacement.
America voting would not be great for Todrick.
Probably not. You never fully know with the general populace votes, but I would assume that it would not go Todrick's way.
I don't think the population vote would be the tiebreaker, though. If Todrick's in there, I think he's pretty dead in the water no matter what.
Chantel, do we know, is Shayna active on social media?
I haven't really seen her, but I don't know if I'd followed her before she was part of the season. I have no idea.
Yeah. I wonder, just how public will she be once
I think she will be,
out?
though.
Yeah.
Like, I think that she's just gonna be like seeing like what's going on. Like, I think she'll go get right into it. Like, she is a fan, she says, and so if part of like this particular game is that she's gonna be able to go out, see what's going on Twitter, like see the live feeds, go back and watch the episodes. I think that she's going to do her homework as a jury member, and I think that she will be vocal and active. I do.
Yeah, well, that'd be exciting.
I'm interested.
Yeah. Let's see. She's on Twitter, 124,000 followers, and she's was posting a little bit in January on Twitter, so not shy. She's active. All right. Then Shayna is gonna sit down with Julie, and Julie asks her about her speech. What was that? It's a good speech. Felt like you threw in the towel. She said, these people are dumb.
They don't know how to play the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
She was having to explain it to them the whole time. And then they were getting mad at her for giving them information.
How do you know this?
What are you gonna do? She says that Carson and Cynthia said that she was playing both sides. She says Carson was in 3 alliances. Is that exactly right?
Well, the lions and tigers and bears or whatever must have been.
I have never heard that before.
Pre-feeds, but post-formation, I would imagine. But I mean, yeah, for all intents and purposes, Carson has been in plenty of alliances. He's just, as she said, doesn't really see it the same way as her alliances.
Yeah. Shayna's mind is blown.
It's like my mind is like blown.
What am I doing?
Yeah. Us too.
Yeah, us too.
I would never believe that this would have worked. And she must have been in there being like, am I in backwards, upside down, another dimension? Like, what is going on in this world? I'm giving you logic, and it's like,
Is this
no
the Joe
logic.
Schmo Show season 4?
I mean, even Misha said, I didn't even think there was a case to make. There wasn't any logical, rational people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even when Shayna left the house, it was infuriating when they cut back to inside the house where they were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, see, this is what she does. This is that,
Can't even go out gracefully.
That has been the feeds 24/7 since they flipped them. Because there's nothing else for Todrick and Misha to talk about with Carson and Cynthia because they don't hang out otherwise. The only topic is about Shayna.
Oh, I'm a fucking idiot.
What she did just now? See the way that she was just walking over there? Come on.
right now.
This is exactly proving our point about what we were saying earlier about it's just such a lie. Remember that point?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Julie wants to know, okay, well, you're a fan of the show. Todrick, Misha. Yeah, I think so, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
So,
Damn
can
it.
you respect that game? Not really.
She had a weird answer to this. She was like, I can respect that, but I can't respect Carson not believing me after I saved him. But it was a little bit of like Julie was trying to get something out of her. She was like, I don't respect any of it really, but I guess I'll try to work some kind of answer in here.
Yeah. Now, we didn't get the famous question from Julie that she's asked every other person that's left the house this season of what's harder, being in the Big Brother house or
Miss America?
Miss America or USA or whatever.
Parker? Being a playmate? I mean, I have a feeling that if I had to imagine, I would think that's probably maybe more traumatic. But just being at the Playboy Mansion, probably very traumatic.
fun. Like, maybe more fun. I don't know if it's going to be dramatic.
I don't know. Red stories. Not a lot of happy stories. Yeah. Okay. So, and then we close things out with Shayna. When she tells us
Yeah, February 23rd, which is a Wednesday night, and you got a vote. Yes. Go Todd Bridges.
here we are. Go Todd Bridges.
What a weird note to end your Big Brother
Well,
career on. Go
Oh,
Todd
it's not
Bridges.
letting me go in.
Yeah.
Maybe because Todd was arguing with Cynthia, you know, and she's like, yes, someone stood up to her.
In retrospect, I'm on
Yes.
Todd's side.
That's right.
Did Shayna have any relationship with Todd Bridges in the house?
Not really.
Okay.
I'm confused because she had a much better relationship with Lamar, but it was like strained in the last few days because like she's been isolating a bit. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like maybe she just picked like the least palatable person that's not amongst the ones that screwed her.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe she's hurt that Lamar didn't give her the vote.
Yeah.
Maybe. All right, we have a couple questions from the listeners here tonight, and let's see. One from Todrick's publicist wants to know, who should Todrick want to be sitting next to in the end? Does he have a chance of winning against anyone left in the house?
I mean, I would have said Todd Bridges or Misha are his only possible conceivable hope, but I mean, at this point, even before Shayna said go Todd Bridges, I don't think he has any chance to win this game at all. I mean, I don't know if it's been discussed on a recap, but like Chris Kirkpatrick is saying in interviews, like, this guy told me that my son is going to be embarrassed to see me on the show.
In fairness, I mean, maybe he had a roommate that told him maybe to bring up family members.
Really great strategy.
Like that, like if you're in a bad spot, you could use that.
You can literally see the pieces of advice. He voted. He said your son will be embarrassed.
Yeah. Look, it's something.
I mean, maybe against Misha if Misha pisses off more people. Like, if she, keeps it going, if she turns on Carson and Cynthia, then maybe there's a small chance. That's the best I can,
I don't think you can get a vote from anybody that's left the house so far, and then if the fifth vote is America,
I think you can get
like
Mariah.
right there, he's already done. So
Yeah. I mean,
don't think so.
He would need Mariah miraculously. But if he's sitting next to Misha, almost definitely not.
Mariah had a beef with Todd Bridges.
Todd.
No, yeah.
Yes.
So
So he could maybe get Mariah over Todd. He could like hope and pray that he gets America.
actually, sorry, not to cut you off, Sarah. But if we do end up with the format where we send two people out,
Right,
like on the final night, like it is conceivable, he could potentially have like let's say for somehow it does work out where Carson and Cynthia go to the final four, they go out on finale night.
Right, like that's sort of where I'm getting at, where it's like. I think he could absolutely get Carson and Cynthia if they never touch the outside world beforehand. He could, and then Todd and Lamar, like, maybe they don't even check social media after, right? And, like, they're getting calls from Shayna, and they're like, I know, exactly. So, like, theoretically, he could somehow muster up 4 votes at the end if everything works out perfectly, and he would just need 1 from this first 5. But I still think that's a really tall order.
Oh, is that the strategy? Yeah. Is that the strategy? Is you bring the people that you have talked the worst about and lied the most to the very end, so they don't get to find out at the end how bad you were.
Yeah.
You're onto something.
I mean, because the last, it's an unsequestered jury, but the last people evicted are essentially sequestered, so it's a very different dynamic. And if Chris Kirkpatrick had not gone home, I think he could have been a vote for Todrick with Todrick's, even like Todrick's strategy worked for a little while. Chris was like, maybe my son will be embarrassed about me. And then he got home, he was like, oh, no! But if he had been sequestered, it might have been a different story.
Right.
That's where Todrick failed. He should have kept Chris around so he could continue to, just beat up on him and make him think he was trash and, vote for Todrick at the end.
Yeah, can't believe he didn't do that. But I think we've even seen, like, in the regular version of the game where, the person who goes out in third place is a little bit, like, has their head spun around and, like, doesn't know necessarily, like, to vote for, even though they might have just gotten, like, screwed over really badly and they don't really know which end is up.
Yeah, now the thing about that is that in season 1 of Big Brother Celebrity, it did seem like there was a little more leniency for, like, chatter in the jury. And there were a lot of people, like, trying to be like, don't vote for Ross, don't vote for Ross. And that kind of was able to spread. And so it's just a matter of, like, logistics at that point. Like, are people able to communicate enough to prevent these things from happening? And you like, if Shayna is telling Carson says, don't vote for Todrick, they're gonna be like, Shayna, come on. But if Teddy is like, guys, seriously,
anyway, I still need to find one more.
Then things could be interesting.
Okay, all right. Let's take a question. How about some just wish fulfillment? Cupcakes want to know, who does Lamar put up if he wins HOH?
Misha and Todrick, I think.
I mean, it's an interesting question because he's definitely the only real wild card left. I think his instinct would be to put up Misha and Todrick. That's what he's talked about before with Shayna. Shayna's gone, though, and his closest person is still Todd, who would be encouraging him to do Carson, what are you thinking? Definitely don't put up Misha and Todrick. You have to put up Carson. He's going to win this whole thing. He's the biggest threat in the game. He's won too many things. He's going to win. He's got too many friends in the jury. And with Todd in Lamar's ear, he may do something slightly different, but who knows?
Okay. Lamar's fingernail wants to know, will Todrick become popular on TV for being the evil mastermind? They aren't really showing how personal and petty he is being.
I hope not.
I don't have a finger on the pulse of the casuals right now.
Fingernail.
We need Jacob Jones to finger the people.
So I think that this is interesting because I feel like that this is a little bit sort of like the Nicole Franzel thing, where it's like, if you are doing villainous things but trying to, I don't want to use the G word, but trick the audience into thinking that you are actually the hero, like, I feel like that's where the audience really doesn't like it. But if you are the villain and you are like up front with the audience that you are the villain, I feel like they like that.
I don't know. I was looking at Taryn, and I think both of us were like the G word.
I gave up.
What is it? Gullible?
Yeah.
Gaslight.
Yeah.
Guilt?
Rhymes with mass light.
Oh. Okay, none of us got that. Yeah.
No, that was the first.
My head's in Wordle. I was thinking 5 letters.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think you have to, like, to be the person that the audience loves to hate as opposed to the person they hate to hate. Like, I think you gotta, like, own it a little bit more.
I don't know, they've had too much power, I think, for the whole game that I don't think that they've been rootable. And so I don't know if they're going to have the audience on their side. It's obviously hard for me to have a perspective because I've seen everything that's been going around, but I would think that no matter what, when you're watching a TV show, you want to be rooting for someone. If the bad guys or whatever, one side's always winning, it's just not necessarily fun. So I don't know if him being like, ooh, I've had power, and I still have power, and I still have power, and I get to be mean about it. Like, I don't know if that's compelling. So I would say that maybe the people are not really big fans of Todrick.
Yeah, and I was thinking the whole...
I can't pick this up.
Everybody on Shane
I think the game glitched out.
Came off as looking like the victim here, which she was. And if she's the victim, then he's the one who put her there. You know, even if we didn't see everything, I think we saw enough that even the casual viewer would look at him and say, not so great.
Yeah, I think my guess would be the casual viewer does not have the same level of vitriol that the internet does for Todrick, but I don't think they're rooting for him. I think they see him as like, no, we're rooting against Todrick, and they're probably loving Lamar, and they're probably hoping that Shayna would save herself, and like. That's the kind of dislike that could theoretically turn around at some point, but I don't really see it. I think that he will remain sort of like the villain and not like the one that everybody roots for, even without even without all the true dirt there.
Yeah. You know, we got a long Lamar segment about his regrets about... I feel like we've gotten this segment like 8 times so far this season.
So 2-way.
Did you know Lamar really feels like he screwed up by letting Chloe get away?
I did. I do.
The love of his life. She was a good woman.
Yeah.
He screwed that up.
I'm pretty sure it was in his contract that he gets one of these segments per week he's on the show.
Yes. Oh, because this is like him getting the message out.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and that's why he wasn't doing it in the diary room, because he wanted the message to get out and not be private.
Right, be private. Yeah. Okay, so... has Chloe responded to any of these messages?
I think I saw an article that was like, the Kardashian representative was like, that's great.
No comment.
We wish him no ill will, I think was the message.
Boy, that's not a great message. Okay.
I mean,
Why can't I pick this up?
We wish you ill will, you know.
I picked it up earlier, right?
And then let's do one last question. Roberto A wants to know, what previous Big Brother comp could Lamar win? Now, remember the slip and slide?
I mean, it's possible, but, it depends. It depends on if it's the long one or the short one. I think he could win the short one, but if it's the long one, I don't know, he's got some injuries, he's got some ailments, he's been a little sick, I don't know if he has the endurance, but he definitely have a leg up with his legs, but who knows?
Yeah, okay. All right. Anything else?
Wait.
CBB US 3.
2 things from me.
2 things. Ooh.
First, when you said we had a long
2
Lamar
down.
segment, I thought you were talking about him, this wonderful segment of him waking up in the middle of the night, getting up out
There's
of bed.
no other one
Todd
2
is
down,
snoring.
though.
He walks through the living room,
Oh, wait, is there one
through the
behind?
kitchen, out into the backyard, sits down. Man, this game really is life-changing. Kills a bug. Burps. Next scene.
Yeah.
I understand.
I mean, this is just the precursor to his eviction vote, right?
The build-up.
Yeah. I mean, Lamar doesn't even need other people to be interacting with.
This is
Wait,
one
what?
of those things where it's like some assistant editor is just taking clips and putting them together for fun, just to practice.
I'm so
And
confused.
they were like, guys, we are short. We have put everything into this episode. We are still short another 60 seconds. What have we got? And I don't know. I put together this thing with Lamar perfect.
Lamar
All right,
built
throw it
that
in.
bug.
We got no time. Just put it in.
Put it in.
I mean,
Love it.
when I saw that, I felt a little bad. Like, why are they showing
For the
this
bug?
guy? Yeah.
I'm just confused.
Why are they showing this guy burping? Why do,
This
why
map
do they have
doesn't
to show this?
correlate.
Whatever. And then he spends 40 seconds chewing on a nail in voting, and I'm like, well, I guess they're just being true to life, who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least the nail thing was live. Like, they had no choice.
Yeah.
They opted in for this.
They're really happy about it. Like, oh, they filled some time here.
Julie's like, Lamar, we already gave you the 60 seconds. We don't have it now. Second thing, I really love this. When Todrick uses the veto, he blindsides everyone. He uses the veto on Todd. What? Todd takes the veto. He gets up off of the nomination chair, and he goes and stands in the HOH's spot, waiting as if he has something to do.
He's gonna get the nomination.
And Julie has to be like, so first of all, Todd, sit down.
Like, oh, okay. Got it.
Which is funny. The one who was just explaining to Lamar how Lamar is like, so then I choose the replacement. No, the HOH chooses the replacement. Todd got all turned around because of that conversation. He's like, now do I do this?
Yeah.
Oh my
I thought
god,
we've
the
had
game's
a lot of issues
glitched.
this season with people not knowing where they're supposed to be. We've had Chris Kattan come out of the diary room like, wait, now what? Now what? Like, go back to where you're sitting. Julie's always worried about somebody getting up like at the wrong point in the interview. Sit right there. Sit. Good boy.
Man.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about what's coming up here on Robin's podcast tomorrow morning. Frail Mary, Taryn.
There it is.
Mhm.
We will update you on
There we go.
who wins tonight's HOH competition and what, hopefully, what their plans are for nominations.
No word yet. Feeds are out.
Not as far as I'm aware, we do not have word yet about the HOH.
Okay. And then tomorrow night, am I reading this correctly? Chantel, you're back for the roundtable?
I am. Actually, my first roundtable of the season. It's gonna be interesting and fun to rank these players because I'm like, they're all playing so poorly,
bad.
but like some are kind of playing well but poorly. So it will be interesting to kind of get out like, how am I going to like grade these people basically on their
You'll
bad
be,
gameplay?
like,
Small ones.
Right? But like, no, some people have been playing better, but
Harder too.
Chantel, you just don't be like Lamar when Taryn goes to you and says, okay, how much is this person worth? And you're just going to be thinking about it.
It's a live roundtable.
It's a lot.
go,
Okay.
going.
All right, 9 p.m. Eastern for the roundtable, Taryn?
8 p.m. Eastern.
8 p.m. Eastern. Okay. Ooh, it started early. Okay. All right. So 8 p.m. Eastern. Look at that. Tuesday night, and then after the episode on Wednesday, I'll be joined by Melissa, Maggie, and Mari. It's all M's on Wednesday night coming up.
M&M.
Yes, it's not the Super Bowl halftime show. Chris Kirkpatrick can still get his ass kicked. But
We're trying to get inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It's like, hey, we got even more M's.
That's right. Join us live after the Wednesday night episode. Then on Thursday, I'll be back talking Big Brother on The Slop, the patrons of Robin Podcast. I am going to be with
Oh,
Kenny
fuck.
Autumn and Huya Zanakili on Thursday for The Slop. That's going to be live on Thursday. Plus, we've got a lot of great Survivor stuff coming up. I've already previewed one of the tribes with Mike Bloom. Look for Wednesday morning. I will be having Mike's interviews with the Taku tribe. We're in the midst of recording those. Those will come on Wednesday morning. I got to talk about the Tinder.
Oh, fuck off.
Chantel, have you seen
God
this yet?
damn it.
I haven't, but it's definitely on my list of some
Yeah.
of these Netflix shows that I'm gonna have to go and dive into.
Karen, it's not the Rachel Swindler. The Tinder
Yeah.
Swindler, where it's a wild story. It's on Netflix. Had a great podcast
What?
This week.
What?
Check it out with Chappelle,
Oh,
of
just
course.
dropped it for
and
no reason.
Special guest, Asia Welch and Sasha Joseph talking about the Tinder Swindler. And speaking of Asia, you're not going to want to miss if you followed any of what was Chantel Love is Blind. You caught up yet?
I'm caught up to Love is Blind. Yes.
All right, then you
That's
are ready.
train wreck I'm on. Yes.
You are ready for our Love is Blind wrap up. That is with Asia Welch and Frail Mary that they are going through week by week of Netflix's Love is Blind. Get that in our brand new Love is Blind podcast feed. Go to robswebsite.com/first-site-feed to get all of the recaps each week here as Love is Blind is going on Netflix. Taryn, I know the last character is Nicole Haynes. I know that tomorrow is an Karen show day again.
Yes, and it will be Bryce Isaiah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the purple pants himself.
All right. Be on the lookout for that. That's a Fox Thursday episode of the Karen show. And then earlier tonight, I had the chance to talk to Grace Leader on the sports for half up. I talked about a little bit of the Super Bowl, but a lot about the commercials of the Super Bowl. And I had a lot of fun. So I need to get off my chest about the commercials for the Super Bowl. Yeah. And Karen, you wouldn't believe it. They had a QR code on the screen that bounced around that you were supposed to just scan with your phone. You didn't even know what it was.
Oh boy, I'm just surprised that you even watched, because the announcer told me.
You don't want to miss this, no matter what game might be on another channel.
Yeah. Yeah, I almost tuned into Big Brother once I saw the QR code. I said, that's it. Enough.
What was
Enough
the QR code, Rob? What's the mystery
What do you
here?
think?
What do you think? Yeah. There's one thing that it could be. It's very cryptic.
Oh, cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Not an NFT?
Not an NFT. No, there were no NFT commercials. We're saving those for next year.
Yeah.
All right. So, thank you all so much. Oh, wait, I guess, what are you guys doing? Okay, David Bloomberg, what's coming up for you?
Well, Jessica and I will, of course, be back with some Survivor 42 preseason podcast starting probably in a couple weeks. But we'll be back sooner than that this week. We're going to do a special Australian Survivor Why Blank Lost episode as well. And then besides that, I am doing mini Why Blank Losts for Celebrity Big Brother and Australian Survivor on TikTok.
Yes.
Where I am David_Bloomberg.
David Bloomberg is working so hard on TikTok. That sounds like we're I'm joking. I am not. I am not.
It's like my mind is blown.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
I even did a Joe Millionaire Valentine's Day one for today about Carolyn's magic power over
Chris, I
Kurt.
feel like this is a good spot to end.
How'd that play?
I think Juan's here. Next episode continue on. That will probably be tomorrow
How's the
night.
Joe Millie TikTok?
We'll see.
About
Yeah,
like
thanks for
the
watching.
Joe Millie Twitter scene.